not really a go-go juice. This is actually just what is it? It's tea, green tea. I only started drinking green tea when I started doing the show lately. So I think it's healthy, right? All right. Bam, now Ortiz Ortiz on drums, jazz musician extraordinaire. I hope you're all doing great. Thank you for tuning in, Ever Eden. God bless you. Welcome to the show. I just I can't seem to compete tonight with what was Trump doing tonight? It was the White House Correspondents' Dinner, I think, right? Yeah, that's all right. So there you go. So that's probably going to be up for another day or two. Hey, but that's all right. We still have a good time here. So let's get things started. Let's head on over to Am I the Asshole? Find out if somebody's an asshole or not. By the way, if you have a question, comment, or concern, you can put it in anytime. If you aren't up to see the show, I know it's a little late for some of you, you can always put them in the comments for the show. So when you watch the show, you can put it in the comments what your issue is, what you want help with, and I can do it on the following show because I do read the comments. Usually I read the comments. It's not 100%, but it's close. So let's begin. Let me share. I think that'll help, first of all. There we go. All right, let's see this one. All right, let's see. And again, if you have one, you can put it in. This is a real short one. I don't even know. Does it even need my help? It's only 2 paragraphs. Okay. You spent 3 hours baking a Boston cream pie. Sounds good. I don't know what the, hold on a second. I want to see something just for fun. How long does it take to bake a Boston cream pie? I'm checking out your chef skills. It says 22 to 35 minutes. I'm just saying, it took you 3 hours to bake. It takes 22 to 35 minutes to bake. Okay. I think you mean make and not just bake. 25 to 35 minutes to we learn things on the show. To bake a sponge cake layers for a Boston cream pie, 350 degrees. Despite its name, Boston cream pie is actually filled with custard on top of chocolate. Yeah, it's pretty good stuff. Here you go. See, they lied to me in the AI overview. 22 to 35 minutes bake time. Cooling time. Cooling time's long. Hey, Reese, I'm in the middle of something. Sorry. It's so yeah, 22 to 35 minutes, depending on the 30 to 60 minutes to cool. So it takes longer to cool than to bake. And then total time 2 to 4 hours overall because pastry cream filling needs time to chill. So actually you're under. You're right in the middle. You're good. Let's find out a little more about Boston cream pies. We'll find out about their problem in a minute, but let's also not leave out how to make a Boston cream pie. All right, so 3 hours baking a Boston cream pie entirely from scratch. Yeah, that's really good. That's solid. You're a good baker. I thought it turned out quite well, only to be criticized for not being sweet enough or too heavy. All right, well, who's criticizing? If let them bake a Boston cream pie. Then I come to find out he texted a friend to say, I baked him a cake and it's nice but not great and not the best cake ever. You have to make him the best cake ever. Everything you make him has to be the best grilled cheese ever, has to be the best hot dog ever, has to be the best buttered jam toast ever. The last bit, wait. That it's not sweet enough, and it's going to be one small slice for him and one big slice for the compost bin. That's a douchey thing to do, huh? This is your boyfriend, huh? Who's he texting this to? His new girlfriend? The last bit really stung. All of it stings for me. I get that there's room for improvement, and I'm not against constructive criticism. Look at you. You sound like a very pleasant person. I think you could do better than this guy. But there's a time and a place, and that last statement made me feel so foolish. Who's he talking to again? His friend. I don't like this guy. Don't care for him. Don't like the cut of his jib. I think you could do better. I think you should do better. I think he reveals himself. And so this Boston, as we'll call it from here henceforth, the Boston cream pie incident, he has revealed himself to be a lout. A lout, I say. All right. So it made you feel foolish and that he never should have put so much effort into it all. Yeah, he's a dick. He's an asshole, not you. But I've decided that is it. That was the last homemade birthday cake he's ever getting. Am I the asshole here? No, you're not. And, I don't know. I question your relationship with this guy up and down. How about that? You are not the asshole, though, at all. What the hell? You made him a nice cake. Well, I tell truth. I spit truth on this show. I had a friend. Well, she's still a friend, but she makes these amazing cakes, like look wise, like they're just really good looking cakes. Like she can make them look like minions, or she can make them look like this or like that, and she's really good at it. But they're so sweet. It's just like you're eating raw sugar, and they're not good. They look great, taste bad. They're just too sweet. They're just too sweet. Um, and so I had to make one for my son. And I never told her. I was like, how was the cake? It was great. Am I going to get another one from her? No. Unless she suddenly emails like me, like, hey, listen, I got some feedback that my cakes might have been a little overly sweet. Because she's really a nice person. So they're not as sweet as they were. Okay, then maybe I'll give her another shot. But yeah, I'm just like, it's just too sweet. Now my fiance doesn't do it anymore, but she's an amazing baker, cook in general, makes these amazing cakes. Like she's shown me pictures of these cakes, and they're like, $500 cakes. I mean, they just look incredible. $600 cakes. They look amazing. And I never ate one because we weren't dating when she was making them, but based on her other culinary creations, it must have fucking been amazing. Like all of her. Ugh. I wanted to, I should have her. You know what I'm going to do? My next birthday, I'm never making me a cake. That's what I'll do. That's what I'm doing. That's my present for my next birthday. Make me a cake, and I just have to figure out a theme. I don't know what the theme's going to be yet. I will figure it out. All right, everyone, let's keep rocking and rolling. I digress. I digress into the culinary world of cakes and Boston cream pies, and I don't regret a minute of it. All right, let's get back to work. Brass tacks. Am I the asshole for walking off a charity golf tournament after my best friend wouldn't stand up for me? No, I don't think so. The way I look at it, they already got money for the charity. Are you a big draw? Are you like Bill Murray or something? Unless you're like a big reason that people showed up so they can see at the 18th hole, you can fucking walk anytime you want. No one's going to miss you. I mean, nothing personal, but unless you're like a celebrity, unless you're like a Greg Norman walking around, a Bill Murray, I'm trying to think of celebrities who golf, but one of the Murray brothers, unless you're one of those, you could walk off and no one would know the difference. You could just walk off into the woods, just disappear. No one would know. I'm not recommending that, but I'm just telling you. But let's find out more. Let's see. Let's see how. Let's find out. Let me exit out of that. Go here. Come here. All right, here we go. All right. All right. So I never would have posted. So nervous to post this, but I have to know if I'm the asshole. All right, here we go. Oh, you went there. Come on. This is ridiculous. So we have a friend group from work that hangs out together. But over the years, I've started feeling like I'm the reliable friend. Are you the designated driver when they're all drinking all day golfing? That sometimes happens. More than the priority friend. So you're the reliable friend. Yeah, you probably are the designated driver then. I'm usually the one they call when they need help or when someone else cancels. Lately, I've been wondering, you're a fill-in. You're second string. There's the varsity team and there's the JV, and then there's whatever you are. I'm kidding, but I'm not kidding. You need to find a group of friends who you are right up there on the main team, the varsity level. You're not playing AAA ball. You're right in there in the bigs. Or just don't complain that you're a filler. You're basically filler. You're styrofoam peanuts in this friend group. How about that? It's not the best, but it's true. Anyway, one of the women in the group, you're a bunch of ladies too. That's trouble. That's even more trouble. One of the women in the group, call her Jessie. Thank you for not calling her Jay. I hate when people do that. Used to work with me. I mentored her for quite a while. Mentoring doesn't mean squat, really. You mentored her, but what does she say about you? If she says she mentored me, then yeah, that's a real connection. But if you say I mentored her and she says, she just fucking bossed me around all the time, this. All right, let's keep going. Anyway, but she rarely listened to my advice. You see, I told you. So whereas you view yourself as her mentor, she viewed you as an annoyance. I mean, I'm just telling you, you have to. It's not what you think; it's what they think, and you have to understand that to get the full picture here. So I'm not surprised if you annoyed her at work that she doesn't want to hang out with you in private. But we'll keep going. I mentored her for quite a while, but she rarely listened to my advice. All right. Things eventually came to a head when she invited everyone in our friend group to her birthday party except me. How much? I mean, she doesn't like you. That hurt. After that, I stopped putting much effort into the friendship. What are you talking into the friendship? You don't have a friendship. She didn't invite you to her birthday. You're not her friend. You didn't put much effort into the friendship. There is no friendship. Come on, you got to live in the reality a little. There's some tough love here. And started treating her more like a work acquaintance than a close friend. That's how she views you. You're not a close friend. I'm sorry to burst your bubble. The truth is, I never really liked her. After that, okay. I thought the whole time, I'm like, what the hell? I always found her to be judgmental in my experience. Okay, so you don't like her. Fast forward to our work charity golf tournament. My best friend at work. All right, well, here we go. Let's start it here. You just talked about your close friend who hated you, like really from day one, and you viewed her as a close friend, and you're not putting as much effort into the friend. You seem to have a not a great grasp on who is and who isn't an actual friend of yours. So when you say, your best friend from work, well, what do they view you as? My guess is not a best friend, but we'll find out. Becky asked me to be her partner. Okay, well, maybe she is your best friend. The tournament cost $70, and while I wasn't thrilled about spending the day around Jesse, okay, I agreed because golf is my favorite hobby. Well, see, you can enjoy it, and you can. Here's the other thing: if you're good at it, you can kick Jesse's ass. You can be like, "Hey, what'd you get on that last hole, Jesse?" sorry, I don't shoot 6 over par. Yeah. Anyway, I agree because golf is my favorite hobby. I was excited to spend the day with Becky. Good. The night before the tournament, Becky came over to borrow one of my extra sets of clubs. You're a ringer, aren't you, on the golf course? We talked about how nice it would be to finally have a day to catch up while we played. About a week before the tournament, I realized I had a therapy appointment that morning, which meant I would be about an hour and a half late. That's on you. That's on you. If she partners up with someone else, that it might, I don't know. Why not just reschedule the therapy appointment? They're not that hard to reschedule. But anyway, we'll keep going. About a week before the tournament, I realized I had a therapy appointment that morning, which meant I'd be about an hour and a half late. That's very late. I seriously considered skipping the tournament. See, but Jesse's boyfriend, who was organizing it, encouraged me to come anyway because it was for a good cause. So Jesse's boyfriend. He weighs in, and you're like, oh, okay, Jesse's boyfriend. You're the boyfriend of the girl who hates me, and I learned to hate too. But yeah, I think I'll take your advice. And it's just dumb. Anyway, before all that, I'd even encourage Jesse to find a partner ahead of time so she wouldn't be scrambling at the last minute. She tried to find one. Sorry. I will. Let me clear my throat off air if I have to. But she couldn't find one. Maybe she's not very likable, I guess. I asked who she'd end up playing with. She told me probably be paired with a random golfer, which is pretty common in charity tournaments. I even asked why her boyfriend wasn't playing. Probably doesn't play golf with her, and she said he wanted to play with the girls. Okay, so he's his dad. And again, he probably if he really liked golf, he would golf. He'd like someone else can watch the girls. Perfect. Becky and I were still going to spend the day today together. Then the morning of the tournament, while I was getting ready, ready for therapy before heading to the course, Becky texted me asking me what time I'd be there. I told her about 90 minutes late. She replied, okay, Jesse is riding with me. I just stared at the phone. The whole reason I signed up for the tournament was because Becky and I were supposed to spend the day together. I asked why Jesse was riding with her, and Becky explained Jesse didn't know the random golfer she'd been paired with and wanted to ride with someone else she knew. She's muscling in on your Becky. I told Becky I would never have done that to her, but I also told myself I wasn't going to let it ruin my day. All right. Well, you shouldn't have gone to the therapy. You should have just rescheduled it, put it after the golf. Really, you should have put it after the golf because, you're going to work your muscles. You're going to walk around. Therapy before the golf, it makes a lot more sense after. But, what do I know? All right. So you went to therapy and we spent almost 30 minutes talking about what happened. Becky and I are complete opposites. She hates confrontation. Okay. You sound like you do too. All right. So after therapy, you rushed to the golf. I mean, really, you should have just bailed on this whole thing. Damn it. Look how long this is. Come on. Cut to the chase already. Friggin', I could have golfed 18 holes in the amount of time it took me to read you talking about it. For the tournament, one of my friends, blah, blah, blah. I know I sound, what? Okay. Becky could tell I wasn't in the greatest mood, and I kept thanking me for coming. I was really trying to put everything behind me and enjoy the day. All right, get to the fucking point. Look at this thing. Oh my God. I really, look at this. It just doesn't end. All right, here we go. Okay. Around 8 that night, more than 9 hours after I'd walked off. Okay, you walked off the course. Let's just find where you walk off the course. Jeez, I mean, it's just too much, too long. I mean, if we were an actual therapy session, I'd listen to all this, but come on, we're doing a show. All right. By that point, I've been looking forward. It was already gone. Jesse had taken over the partner I'd signed up to spend the day with, so she's with you. There we go. That's where I need to be. I spent spent the round trying to keep everyone on pace instead of enjoying golf. I hadn't eaten, blah, 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 boo hoo, boo hoo. You should have canceled. All this is because you didn't cancel your therapy session. Why didn't you just cancel the therapy session? That's my question to you. You knew you were setting yourself up for, I mean, if Becky's that good a friend, the best friend, why would you leave her hanging for an hour and a half in the weeds? Yeah, I don't know. I'm just saying. Are you the asshole? No, for walking off. But honestly, I don't think anyone cared. I'm just, I'm going to be honest. Sorry. Sorry, not sorry. Just sorry. But again, not sorry. Oh my God. What the fuck was that? It's so long. All right, let's do I'm gonna scan this one just to be sure it's not an hour. Am I the asshole for struggling to apologize to my boyfriend's entire family? I decided I was disrespectful to his mom. You have to go apologize to the whole family just for being disrespectful. I'm not saying you should be disrespectful to the mom, but you look at another one. I'm not reading this. Look at this thing. Look at this thing. I learned. I'm no dummy. I learned from my mistakes. I'm not doing an hour on questionable material. All right, here we go. This one, I checked this one. This one, we're all right. Am I the asshole for dyeing my hair a new color? Probably not. 22 female, been dyeing my hair the same color for about 3 years now. For some context, when I moved out for college, I started experimenting with my hair and fell in love with dyeing it vibrant red. It's good. It's a good look. You don't get a lot of redheads. If you can pull it off, it's a good look. Recently, my friend, 21, has been working up the courage to dye her hair. She's been asking me questions about dye that works. So 3 days ago, she told me she was ready to color her hair for the first time. She called me while it's Sally Beauty, I'm going to plug for Sally Beauty, and asked me questions about what products. She ended up getting the same red hair color. Oh no, now now you're not the unicorn anymore. You got two of you. That I normally dye my hair. I was very excited. Okay, for her and highly recommended the hair dye brand. All right. A few hours later, the call I felt inspired to change my hair color too. So I went and picked up some black hair dye. Did you tell her maybe she wanted to be matchy with you? And then you're going to go fucking get black hair color. But that's what the fight's over. Last time my friend drove over to my house. Yeah, excited to see her red hair with your red hair and take pictures, matchy. And you blew it on her. And I dyed her hair red in my bathroom. Okay, you're doing the dyeing. We laughed, watched YouTube, blah, blah, blah. Took a couple hours to dye her hair, but she said she was happy. Took some pictures of our red hair. Okay, good. Yeah, that's what I figured you would do. Since I had gotten up pretty late, my friend said she was tired and went to sleep in the living room. I wasn't very tired, so I stayed up and dyed my hair black. Did you tell her you were going to dye your hair black? Come on, you got to tell her. I mean, she's all excited to be matchy and sisters with you. This morning, my friend was surprised that I dyed my hair. Yeah, you got to just share that with her. You can't just pull that out of nowhere. Why did you knew she probably wouldn't want you to do it, and so you didn't tell her? Otherwise, you would have told her. Why would you have kept that a secret? And why do you have a problem having the same hair color as her? There's a lot of questions for you. You're not an asshole, but you need to do some introspection. I thought she was just surprised to see me with a different hair color since I've had red up to now, but my friend wouldn't really talk to me and left my place earlier than expected. Yeah, you ruined it. You ruined her moment. You gave her one little moment. At least she didn't do it immediately, so she got a couple pictures with you. But now you got black hair. So now she dyes her hair red because obviously she likes you. She probably looks up to you. And then you're like, oh, the way she looks at it, she's like, oh, she sees that I dyed my hair the same color, and she doesn't want to be associated with me, that we're that close, that we're that tight. I'm telling you what she's thinking. And so she dyes her hair black so other people won't think we're like, real chummy. That's the vibe I'm getting here. So yeah, so she's pissed at you. I texted her, she was okay. She texted back that she didn't know I was going to dye my hair black. Of course she didn't. You didn't tell her. She told me she was really upset because we were supposed to have matching hair. I told you, I'm a guy and I could figure that out. I knew she picked out the same dye I normally use. Yes, but I didn't realize the goal was to have matching hair with me. Wake up. She also called me an asshole because she has bright red hair and now I have a more natural color. Yeah, you did fuck her. You did screw her over. You did. I probably should have told her that I picked up some black hair dye. Yeah, you probably should have. I didn't know how long it was going to take to dye that. Who cared? Like the duration, you didn't tell her. So the duration has nothing to do with it. I thought it would be fun if we both had new hair colors. No. You need to delve inside the real reason that you did this. And the real reason that you did this is because you don't want to, for whatever reason, to be that tight with this woman. Whether it's some trauma, whether you don't feel you deserve a real best friend, whether you just really don't like her, but it sounds like you like her. And she really likes you, and you just shit all over her. I mean, yeah, you're kind of the asshole here. I don't think you intended to be, but I think you wound up being one. She even called you an asshole, for God's sake. So yeah, we're going to call you the asshole. Sorry. I'm sorry. Sorry, not sorry. What are you going to do? Call him like I see him. See him like I call him. There you go. All right. Let's say hello to Rumble Wallet. I love Rumble. Rumble, I tell you this time and time again, was doing free speech when it wasn't popular. You remember not too long ago, 2-3 years ago, when everything got taken down that wasn't narrative friendly or at least adjacent. Well, those days are over. Anyway, we hear a lot about crypto, but here's the part most people miss. Crypto was created so you can actually own and control your money. After 2008's financial crisis, Bitcoin was designed as an alternative to banks. So instead of a bank holding your money and delaying transfers or limiting access, you are in control. If you've ever had to wait for a transfer to clear, you felt that problem. Now, fast forward to today. Everybody's heard of crypto, but getting started still feels complicated. That's exactly why I use Rumble Wallet. It takes all the complexity and it makes it simple. Choose what you want: Bitcoin, dollar backed stablecoin, or even digital gold backed by real gold. No complicated setup. It connects with MoonPay so you can use your credit card, debit card, or bank and be up and running in minutes. Once you're set up, you can even support your favorite Rumble creators like me directly. So do this now, scan the QR code or click the link in the description and download Rumble Wallet. From there, you can set up your wallet, tap buy, and you're in the game. In just a few minutes, you can go from hearing about crypto to actually owning some. It's Friday night. Do yourself a favor. Set up your Rumble Wallet right now. There you go. Rumble Wallet. Thank you. Thank you, Rumble. Do love me some Rumble. It's true. All right. Coco. Hey, Coco. Yeah. Oh, it's no worries. You got to get up early to do a parade. Yeah, we're not featured tonight, so but it's okay. We're still having a good time. It was the correspondence dinner with Trump tonight, so I assume that's going to be up on Rumble's homepage for till tomorrow morning, I would guess. That's what some days, in the old days, I used to get beat by fishing shows. This one makes me feel a little better. It's like a correspondence dinner. So like, okay, all right. Yeah, I didn't get featured today. That's all right. I'm a big boy. I'll put on my big boy pants and not cry about it. By the way, this shirt, in case you're wondering, and I don't think you are, but in case you were, is Fringe. This is when I did my show Silas 2020, although I had to rename it 2024 because of the pandemic, and then I had to wait a couple of years more to do it in Edinburgh, Scotland. But it was fun. I might go back there again in a couple of years. We'll see. I loved it, honestly. If you get a chance, it's just, if you like theater and art and just good shows, dance, whatever you like, whatever your deal is, it's just all there. You can see 2, 3, 4, shows a day, and it's really heaven. If you like good theater and shows and comedies and things like that, it's pretty cool. D Tom, I said correspondence dinner, not my cup of tea. Me neither, D Tom. I didn't watch any of it, but I realize there are people who do. So is what it is. I'd rather be featured, but it's all right. It's all right. It's all right. It's all right. Remember that game? It's all right. All right. Senior Wences, wasn't that what it was? Wasn't that his name? That guy turned like a hand, like this thing, like with the eyes and the mouth, and turned that into like a fortune. I don't know if he turned it into a fortune. Um, Hold on a minute here. Hold on. He might have did. We learn everything on this show. Senor Wences. I'm guarantee I'm spelling that wrong. Make a lot of money. I would love to know if he made any money. I love to hear that he's a multi-millionaire. Yes, Senor Wences made a great deal of money during his long career. He was one of the highest paid specialty acts of his era, commanding an estimated 1,000, this is AI, by the way, $1,000 per minute during his peak performance days. Dang, Senior Wences, look at you. I had a feeling because, back in the day when Senior Wences was a thing, there wasn't a lot of entertainment, so he was a legit entertainer. I just show you how this guy was making $1,000 a minute back when $1,000 was a lot of money. Let me show you. I just want to share just because I assume we're all the same demographic, but this is even predates me. So let me I just had a feeling. I bet you that Senior Wences guy cleaned up. Bet you he made a lot of money. Oh, here he is. The Senior Wences, look, just I got a hand. I guess it was I think he was a ventriloquist, right? He's like, bah, 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 bah. He's there he is with Miss Piggy. He's probably got pictures with like the royal family. Maybe they even knighted him if he's English. Senior Wences. Zadite. Yeah, that's where you go. Zadite. There you go. Look at that. This is the greatest country on earth. How do I know Senior Wences? Although he maybe was French, but he probably made all his money here. Made a killing with just his hand and a wig and some makeup. There you go. All right, enough. Let's get back to the show. I tell you, I must have some little bit of ADD or something because I get distracted pretty easy. All right, let's get back to Am I the Asshole? We'll share this. And again, if you have ones you want done, and if you're watching this the next day, put it in the comments and I'll go over it the following day and you can see it on, when you wake up. Am I the asshole for refusing to give my concert ticket to my sister after our dog had a medical emergency? Yeah, why wouldn't you give her the ticket? If you can't go and you got to go with your dog, what are you just going to waste the ticket? You're just going to throw it out? Why not give it to your sister? I mean, I'll check it out. Yeah, why not? Your sister, you not like your sister? I mean, I remember one of my favorite concerts I went to ever was Fleetwood Mac, and I went with my sister. It was great. We had a great time. It wasn't originally going to go there. I was going to go with my friend John, but they canceled the concert and then rescheduled it. And because they rescheduled it, John couldn't go, and so I took my sister, and we had a blast. It was really good. Landslide. Nailed it. That was great. It really was. The whole crew was there. All right. My favorite, you're 17 female. My favorite artist announced a rare tour 6 months ago. I worked extra shifts, so he saved up a lot of money, $200 for a single really good ticket. Oh, so you just got one for yourself. That's cool. I have no problem with that. Someone you really like. I like the group, although I haven't listened to them in a while. Too Many Zoos. And I feel like I'm the only person who does. Everyone I try to get to like them, they're just like, oh, that's nice. And you can see they really want nothing to do with them. Nothing. And so I've been to one of their concerts, I almost went to two, but I didn't make it. I went by myself. I'll see comedians sometimes by myself. My fiance doesn't like a certain comedian, but I do. I just go by myself. So I get it. I've gone to many a concert by myself. I prefer to go with someone, but I don't want to go with someone unless they have an appreciation for the artist. Otherwise, then you're just like, you're ruining it for me. Your lack of enjoyment or getting how good this artist is ruining this artist for me. I want someone who's like, yeah, like this guy's great. I love this guy. You love this guy? Yeah, I do. Like we went to see me and my fiance went to see Jim Gaffigan. We both love him. He was great. We had an amazing time. Front row seats. I was going to take my fiance to see Brian Regan, who I love. She couldn't make it. I took my son. We had an amazing time. I think do you like Brian Regan? Yeah, it was cool. It was fun. And here's the Brian Regan story. I had good tickets. I've seen Brian Regan 3 times. He's my favorite comedian. And I think 2 of those times were by myself, and the other time was with my son. And we were. I like looking at old theaters. I like going up and just seeing the artwork, and yeah, they're nice. They're kind of cool. So I don't forget what he's playing, but it was an older theater. So me and my boy, we had decent seats. We had like 6th or 7th row, and we're up in the upper deck in the balcony, just looking around, staring at the ceiling, kind of looking around. And all of a sudden, Brian Regan's girlfriend, out of nowhere, thinking that that's where we're sitting, is up in the balcony, comes up to us, goes, "Would you like to sit in the front row?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I would like to sit in the front row." And she goes, "I'm Brian Regan's girlfriend, and here are 2 tickets for the front row." And I'm like, "Well, thank you." You really couldn't have been nicer. So we went up there, we saw this, and then okay, and then we walked up, and then now suddenly we had front row seats to Brian Regan. It was awesome. It was great. Thank you to his girlfriend, really sweet lady. Anyway, all right, let's get back to this. I'm all sorts of off to the races tonight. Oh, and then one more. But Nate Bargatze, I really like Nate Bargatze. I've seen him twice, both by myself. I almost took my then girlfriend, now my fiance, to that show. But before I did, I had her watch him. She's like, "Hey, luckily he just had like my spider sense thing." I had her watch him. She just didn't like him. She didn't laugh once. I'm like, "All right, well, I'm glad I didn't spend that money on you." But I knew she liked Gabriel Iglesias. I knew she liked Brian Regan. I knew she liked Jim Gaffigan. So those were all good. There we go. All right, last week, just 3 days before the concert, my family dog suddenly got very sick, needed emergency surgery. The vet bill was $1,500. My parents couldn't cover the full amount on such short notice. Yeah, it's a big chunk of change. Don't the vets have any kind of payment plans? I don't know. I've been very blessed that I haven't had to shell out that much money all at once for the vet, but you would think they might have. I mean, they're your pets, they're your loved ones in a way. They are. You'd think, if I can get surgery for myself and pay it on an installment plan, you'd think they might have something going for the dog. But anyway, so she stepped up. Okay. Our family dog got sick, needed emergency surgery. The vet bill is $1,500. My parents couldn't cover the full amount on such short notice. She stepped up and paid $600 out of her personal savings account to cover the gap so he could get the surgery immediately. Good. It was super generous things to do and wiped out most of her savings. The day before the concert, she came to me upset. She said that because she spent the savings on the family dog, she felt like she was being punished by missing out on life while I got to enjoy a big event. Well, I mean, you don't get that. You need to do that up front. You can't be like, "Oh, here's $600," and then, "Oh, wait, now I want this. Give me your concert ticket for it." It's not fair. No, you're not being an asshole. It's just. She offered you the money. I assume you're going to pay her back. You didn't tell her. If she needs money for rent or something, you should probably. I don't know, man. This is all kinds of weird. It's all kinds of weird. Maybe she's like bipolar or something. The day before the concert, okay, so she's upset because okay. So she asked me to sell my concert ticket and give her $200 cash to replenish part of what she spent on Snowier. I guess that's the dog. No, you can't. It's no. It doesn't make any sense. Like, she needs to stipulate that up front. Like, okay, here's $600. I'm going to throw it in for the dog surgery. By the way, I can only give you the $600 if you pay me within 2 days. I can only give you the $600 if you give me at least $200 by Tuesday. You got to be specific. You can't just give the money and then all of a sudden just start making demands. I mean, you gotta get that out ahead of time. It's not fair to the other person. Anyway, it's not the whole amount. Sorry. So she asked me to sell a concert ticket to replenish the part of what she spent on Snowier. Alternatively, she asked if she could just take the ticket and go to the concert instead of me as a reward for saving the dog. No, that teaches the wrong lesson. The reward for saving the dog is saving the dog. The reward for saving the dog is the dog lives to see another day and can cuddle and snuggle with you. The reward is not a fucking concert ticket. It's not. It shouldn't be. You do. It's no longer an act of altruism. She's in the blackmail game right now, emotional blackmail game. I told her it was incredibly grateful for what she did, but yeah, I couldn't afford to contribute to the vet bill because I'm younger and make minimum wage. Yeah, Selling my ticket or giving it away meant forfeiting an event. Yeah, no, you've been planning, you've been working, you've been saving. No, don't give up your ticket. Pay her back, pay her whatever you owe her, and be specific about when and where she's going to start pulling the shit again. Her decision to pay the dog was amazing, but it shouldn't mean I have to sacrifice something. Yeah, no, I agree. You're not the asshole. She started fretting and said, I was ungrateful and heartless. No, you're not, especially since he is our dog, not just hers. My parents agreed that she made a huge sacrifice for the whole family, and they think I'm being selfish for prioritizing a fun night out. No, I'm on your side on this. I'm on your side on this. I don't think it's, no, this is super important to you. You've been saving for a year. You've been planning this. You've been excited about this. This has been, just something. And no, go to your concert and enjoy it. Don't let her. And then, but do make sure you pay her whatever you owe her in a timely fashion. They aren't forcing me to hand over the ticket, but they've been giving me the silent treatment, saying it's a matter of basic empathy. Yeah, I don't. No. I feel like you're fine. If I just can't imagine that scenario. Like, okay, my sister and I, we had a dog, Musty. Musty needed surgery. Somehow I had, more money than my sister at the time. And I like, okay, here's $600 to save the dog. And then I see, oh, Julie's going to a concert. Julie's going, I don't know, U2 or just going to somebody. And I'm like, hey, I just spent all this money on the dog. Give me your concert ticket. What? What am I even talking about? Sell your concert ticket. Give me some of that money back. What? No, it doesn't work that way. Edit. I'd like to add. I rarely ever go to a concert. This is my second concert in 4 years. Second of my life. Nah, you're not the asshole. Don't feel bad. You said you can manage to give her $300 to her. Good. I wouldn't feel so awful. Yeah. No. Just you go to the concert. Go to the concert. I don't care. I don't know. I know people don't get it. They don't understand that the just the weird. That's something you have to set up at the beginning. You have to say, listen, I'm going to give you $600, but I need this amount back by this date. I need your ticket in exchange for this. It's not altruism. I mean, maybe in the moment she did it to feel good and be the hero for the family, and then she went back to her conniving, toil, bubble, and whatever the hell the witches say in what Hamlet? I forget. Shakespeare, whatever Shakespeare play where there's witches and they got a cauldron. They're cooking Macbeth. I don't know. We're gonna learn that right now. How about that? Which Shakespeare play has the witches? Let's find out. Which Shakespeare play we learn things on this show, has the witches? What is it? It's Macbeth. Okay, there you go. It's Macbeth. All right. The Weird Sisters, they call them. I call them witches. But even then, they were using softeners in terms of words. Can't call them a witch. Call them silly sisters. What did they call them? The Weird Sisters. I think the silly sisters would have been funnier. They could have done a lot of stuff. Everett, I'm sorry. I've been so negligent on the comments. Yeah, as a reward, Everett says, I'd like to go to the cinema alone so I could chew loudly. I go to the movies alone all the time. Like, especially when I used to, in my old job, when I was a corporate trainer, I would be on the road constantly. And there's not a lot to do. I would bowl sometimes. I would go to movies all the time because it was something to do. Yeah, I go to see the world's biggest ball of yarn. I'd go to amusement parks by myself. I just, whatever they had to offer, whatever the thing there was, I would just go by myself because I was by myself. And I had a pretty good time. Generally speaking, I think I always had a pretty good time. Yeah. That was very immature. Yeah, check her age. Her cunty self. Exactly. Yeah. See, Everett knows Macbeth, the best one. Macbeth is an amazing Shakespeare play. It really is. There's so many good ones. But yeah, Macbeth is a classic. What is it? Out damn spots. There's so many quotes, and I remember very few. But yeah, I remember this. I think, and now you probably know better than I do, Everett. But I remember when I used to do improv with this group called the Free Associates. They were great. We did stylized improv, genre improv, and we would do stuff like Miss Marple. We would do The Greatest Story Never Told, which is a Bible epic spoofs. We would do Pick a Dick, which was like, noir and all these detective things. We did Tennessee Williams Cast on a Hot Tin Roof. I actually got to travel to New Orleans to do that at the Tennessee Williams Festival, and it was a blast. One of my favorite memories from doing theater. But yeah, we would do all those shows. But I remember once I said, for some reason, said Macbeth or something in the theater, and I guess you're not allowed to do that. So then, like, one of the theater people, the real theater people, had to like spin around a bunch of times to get some sage. I'm like, what did I just do? Like the whole theater's gonna collapse in on itself. There's something about that. Hold on a second. Can you say Macbeth in a theater? We're learning a lot of things tonight. It's a small house tonight. We're all right. Can you say Macbeth in a theater? See, it already populates in a theater. I'll probably say yes, but you can say Macbeth in a theater, but the theatrical superstition says it brings bad luck unless you are actively rehearsing or performing the show. People call it the Scottish play. That's right. The curse. Many actors believe saying the name causes accidents, fires, or bad luck. Cleansing ritual. Here it is. The cleansing ritual. This is what I remember. If someone accidentally says the word outside of the show, actors use a ritual to fix the bad luck. I was a part of the ritual. I caused the ritual to even occur. Leave the building. Yeah, spin around 3 times. I told you. Spit over your left shoulder. Yeah, it's all coming back. Susan, who I worked with, knew this stuff cold. I remember her spitting over her shoulder. Say a rude word or a line from another play like Hamlet. I remember the spinning. I remember the spitting. And I don't. She probably left the building too. I'm sure she was very thorough. There you go. So yeah, you're not the asshole. Go enjoy your show. Have a good time. For the love of God. Some people have died ever even on that. Maybe. Yeah. You're not allowed to say it. I did it one time. I probably have. Oh, here's some. I injured a Susan once. I don't know if it was before or after the Macbeth thing, and I felt terrible. We had a high stage, and there was a ladder that you would walk down. Not like a ladder was like 2 steps. It was a step ladder, little like 2 steps. But you would walk, and that would take you down into the backstage area where we had all the costumes. And for some reason, I was back there because we're all running around trying to change, and you're doing all these different characters, and there's all these costumes we put on. It was a really fun time. And I moved the step ladder for some reason to get something, and then I forgot to put it back because we're all running out of stage. And there's other ways you can go out to the stage, but you can also come in from that way. So cut to Susan comes in and just there's nothing there for her to step on. Boom, goes down. And she hurt her leg real bad. I'm like, it feels so terrible. I'm like, oh man. But maybe that was the curse. But they should have given it to me and not Susan because hey, I'm the one who fucking said Macbeth in the theater, out of school, out of script. Anyway, there you go. So fun with theater. All right, let's do this. Let's rock and roll here. I hope it's all true. It's everything, I mean, something terrible must happen to somebody for that to become a ritual or a thing, like more than once, like why does it keep happening? You keep saying Macbeth. Now I can say Macbeth all I want. Now I'm not in a theater. There's no worries here. Am I the asshole for trying to ruin this man's business and reputation? I don't know. What did he do? With my coworkers for being racist. Did we go too far with this one? Listen, I don't like racists. I'll be honest. I'm not a fan. Ruining it, but yeah, I had a feeling this was going to be really long. I would say no. I mean, I say out racism wherever it lies. I don't have a problem with it. Do you want to spend the rest of your life bringing the guy down? He's probably got better things to do. But don't let him get away with being a fucking racist. I've never really encountered that situation. Not that racist, but like some business owner who's just like a racist. But like, is it a real racist or just like like a woke racist? You know what I mean? Like I was microaggressed. Okay, easy does it. I'm 24, new entry level worker in an underserved community. All right, I don't know what any of that means already. I know what entry level, but underserved community. What do you mean? So you're in an underserved community. All right. See, already like if you like when you start in with entry level social worker. Okay, look at me. I'm low on the totem pole. Underserved community. Oh, woe is me. Woe is me. If you just come in and say, "Hey, I work at this place, and the guy said this, and the guy did this," that's great. But when you're doing the preamble already, I'm just kind of like, all right, let's see. I have a really good time here. I enjoy my clients and coworkers. I provide and connect people with resources related to mental health. Well, good for you. We do therapy and counseling. That's great. And also connect people to employment, housing. Okay, this is all good stuff. You have to have state insurance to access our services, and then the state pays for help. Okay, great. What we do: mix black, white, Hispanic staff and clients. All right, great. Who's the racist here? You got black and Hispanic staff and clients. And some whites even mixed in. Literally all of our clients are very low income, though. Okay. Just recently, I was working with an African American lady that's about to lose the home she's living in. Well, that's horrible. She and her siblings inherited the home after her mom passed away, but she is the only one living there and can't keep up with the bills of such a big house. Yeah, she should sell it. I mean, what's she going to do? So she and her siblings are going to sell it and to each take a cut. Yeah, that's the logical thing to do there. You know, unless you want to make it like a boarding house or something. My biller, the one that bills the state for the services I provide, also became my friend and looks out for me and my clients. She came across flyers at a library, she said she'd be interested in showing her the flyer. Okay. The landlord said, okay, so this is the landlord who's the racist. The landlord said he wanted 3 months rent up front. Usually it's only one. I told him the client cannot do that. He said, what about a month and a half? Month and a half. I told him she could pay. Aren't there any rules as to what he can request? I don't know. I don't know where you are, but I feel like there's laws that you probably should be familiar with as to how much front rent a person can ask for without being guilty of discrimination. You might want to look into that. He said he's working and she is an unemployed and get Social Security. Yeah, you should. Yeah, no landlord wants an unemployed person renting from them. A fixed income person, because one illness, I'm just telling you this in case you don't know it. So once you said unemployed, I think he's already like, okay, I don't want anything to do with this person. Okay. He asked if she has a mental illness because you work at a mental health place. As he knows, social services office a few blocks away. I said yes. Okay, first of all, you just violated your confidentiality. I don't think that's not something you should ever tell anyone. If this is a client, if this is somebody, you shouldn't reveal any of their information to them. You should say, I can't talk about that. You know, that's broaches. It's not doctor patient, but therapist patient confidentiality. Literally every single person. Okay, yeah, okay. But yeah, you still shouldn't share that. Just pointing that out. He then asked me if she's male or female. All this is, I think, illegal. Like, I'm pretty sure. I don't think he has the right to ask about their mental health. I don't think he has the right to ask about their sex. I don't think he has a right to ask about their, gender or sexual orientation. I don't think he has any rights to do this. I don't know where you are. And I'm amazed you don't know this if you're in an underserved community. I mean, I could be wrong here, but I don't think I am. He then asked about his race. You can't do that. You can't do any of the stuff he's doing, including race. I said African American. He says he does not rent to black people. Yeah, he's a racist. Fuck him. You can out him. You can let people know what he's all about. He said he has an issue with them. He said black people are dirty and loud. Did he really? Yeah, fuck this guy. You just yeah, no to this guy. You can out him. Don't spend your whole life on this fucking dude, but yeah, you can let people know what he's about. You told your biller coworkers. Yeah, I mean that's you work in a government agency. It sounds like sick them, sick the dogs on this loser. All right, so there you go. Okay, there you go. So yeah, you're not the asshole. You're not the asshole. Not even close. Not even close. Honest to God. All right. Yeah, everyone's a Nazi these days. Everyone's so fucking racist. Like, you know, those huge races that I didn't know, and I only know because my fiance is Mexican. And I just started watching the World Cup this year. But the Argentinians are apparently huge races against everybody, against Mexicans, Paraguayans, Guatemala. They hate they hate anyone who's not, you know, white, basically. You know, they're just awfully racist people as a whole. And from what I saw from the fans, yeah, I think that's accurate. I was like, damn, that whole country's freaking racist. You think about it, it makes sense. Where did all the Nazis go to hide? Argentina, right? And then where they all went? Where'd all the Nazis go with their loot? They all went to Argentina. Fucking racists. Messy. Anyway, there you go. Enough of the World Cup. I think I'm about done tonight. I had a great time. I hope you did too. You know, and I want y'all to have a great weekend. And I'll be back Monday at 10 p.m. For more shenanigans. Everett, thank you for keeping me company, and everybody else who's watching the show, thank you so much, and thank you, of course, to Rumble Coco. Thank you, D Tom. Thank you as well. But I'm gonna let my son watch TV. He's here, and I'm like, hey, you can't watch TV until I'm done with the show. Sorry. All right, it's a problem with the home studio, isn't it? But I love the home studio, folks. I've never been happier. I don't have to go to an office. I can do everything from right here to desk that I put together in a garage, you know? So there you go. All right, folks. God bless you. Have a great day. Have a great weekend. Thank you again for tuning in. And remember, if you have a problem, I got a solution. I really do. My name is Jeff, the Unlicensed Therapist. God bless you. Have a great weekend. Be good to each other. And I will see you Monday. Bye.